Yeah, hey, we got
more.
the
Baby
TikTok
mama
lady.
drama.
Oh, yeah. Guys, we got some less serious baby mama drama. Well, in this case, it was a wife, but we got some more funny baby mama drama.
Loosening up a little bit.
Y'all seen it? We know you
like
saw
R.
it.
Kelly's asshole.
Oh yeah,
y'all spoke about it.
Stretched.
All right, we gotta watch the first one.
All right, well, yeah, watch the first. Take the best parts,
baby mama,
and then we'll see the follow up.
We don't really need to.
What's up?
What's up, Tori?
Because I'm finna expose you.
I'm finna expose
because
you.
that don't look enough for all my kids.
So before this, she was at her house inside the door.
That don't look enough for all my kids.
Saying that he was gonna bring one fucking
one burger, one fry.
What do you like? What do you mean?
Question.
Okay, what about my kids?
My kids.
Okay, but them your kids' siblings though.
Those are your kids' siblings.
Them your kids' siblings though. So my other kids should be left out. You know
That is a good question, my brother.
Then if you're trying to help out though, you're not helping out.
I'm not trying to help. I'm trying to help my son.
Exactly.
How are you helping yourself when you're only getting food for just him and not the other kids?
The nigga can eat. What you mean?
Right, my son is hungry.
He not finna eat in front of all his other
You was over there
siblings.
fucking.
They're not eating on McDonald's. No, why do I gotta put?
Bring it. That's a great solution.
He's not finna eat that shit on if you can't bring enough for everybody.
Bro, women just be saying the same shit and yelling.
Yeah.
And thinking like they changing the conversation.
Is this for real?
Yes.
Hey, yo, that McDonald's getting cold.
How is that dumb? You sound
It's about to get
dumb.
real cold.
You sound dumb.
Where are their daddies at?
She got quiet.
Talk to my.
Nah, that shut her up. Where are their daddies at?
Okay, but if you're gonna bring one,
See, she
you
gonna say
need
the
to bring
same shit she
four.
just
Okay.
said.
How
She
do
just
you-
repeated the
listen,
same
I'm
shit.
saying,
Didn't even.
One child eat McDonald's and all the rest of the kids can't eat no.
Hey, there's too much McDonald's
You
talk
know
for
I
me,
get
Chief.
food stamps on that.
Kids that ain't mine.
I don't want to ever talk, unless we talking about what we ordering. I don't want to talk about no McDonald's.
You knew what you was getting into when you had a baby with me.
No, the fuck I did.
Yes, you
He
did.
said no the fuck I didn't.
I didn't know you was that broke.
They not my kids.
Okay, but you still had a baby with me. who
I didn't
had
know you
kids
was fucking
with
my
other people.
homies,
I still
you know.
have other kids.
Why be recording me? First of all,
Because I'm exposing everybody think you
I'm
such a
exposing you.
Good daddy.
She
You
keep
a-
talking
no,
about
you're
her
not.
food
No,
stamps.
you're not.
How you exposing him? Exactly.
Yeah,
You got
like-
food stamps. You too broke to go to McDonald's.
Can piece of food for one
Exactly.
child.
I'm exposing you.
that's mine, silly.
Exactly.
No, that's dumb that
Broke
you can't
bitch.
feed the other kids. Don't feed nobody at all. Then he can't take
Feed
that.
your kids.
He can't eat
She's
it.
exposed him for being a bad stepdad.
Talking like, maybe. It's four,
A bad
it's
step
three,
baby
it's
daddy.
What the, you all like going to my motherfucking account, spending money on all those kids. Them not my kids.
Them are your kids.
They mean my
siblings,
snotty
though.
nose kids.
Dumb-
I don't mean shit.
That's what you gonna go with? That's the one you gonna
Those are your fucking kids siblings.
Well, there is half siblings, so maybe you should bring him half a McDonald's. Y'all niggas can split this shit. Cut the burger in half.
Exactly, but you don't ever bring food for the other one. You know I get my food stamps on the 11th.
She gets her food stamps on the 11th, Tori.
Okay, but I'm saying, we share the
You know I'm broke. Even if you got the food stamps, you can't get McDonald's.
No, they probably take the
Can you?
EBT.
For
McDonald's
you can
probably.
get Carl's. You can get Jack. They take EBT.
Well, I don't know.
You can't just flex your EBT knowledge like that, Beakus.
Come on, though. Wow.
Whoa.
Now you ain't feeding
Okay.
none of your
He
kids.
set himself up for that
Whoa.
though. He set himself up.
Well, she needed to bring the food in.
You stupid for that. This nigga bad.
Like, you're dumb as hell. You're dumb
See,
as hell.
but
You're not gonna eat that.
he even said, he was like, hey,
Go
all
ahead.
right, let's break. He was like, hey, tell him to come outside, bring him to the car. I'll let him eat in the car. And she was like, no, that's the perfect solution. If you don't want to see the other kids see their brother eating, then that's the perfect solution. And she keeps saying, oh, feed the other kids, feed the other kids. I don't have to feed the other kids. Is it petty? Yes.
Yeah.
Bringing, but like this is not kindergarten. Like, oh, if you bring one for one person, you got to bring for everybody.
some for
no.
the whole class.
Like, okay,
I'm not
apparently,
fucking you no more.
apparently they were together before this happened, and then they broke up. And before they broke up, he would bring everybody food. And that was like what he did, So she was saying how, I've seen you do it before, and why are you switching up now to not bring everybody food? But if I want to be petty, I could be petty. Like, I don't have to bring everybody food. If I want to bring my one kid McDonald's, cool. And I
We
gave you a
broke up.
solution. Yeah, we broke up. Fuck it, So
See,
it's crazy.
The problem is not the breakup. The problem is that she's broke. That is the only problem here. The problem is The other kids don't have food to eat. Now you're right, it is petty. Easy solution. When he brings him food, I'm gonna go get the other one's food.
Right.
Now everyone's eating happy. The problem is she doesn't get her food stamps till the 11th. Had she come about it properly, instead of wasting the food that she could have just brought in and split into threes for all the kids to just share, you know, maybe throw a fry in here and there. She could just be like a little card dealer throwing fries to each kid, you know?
Yeah.
Instead of doing that, she could have done that and asked him for a little loan.
She chose violence.
Give me $10 real quick. My food stamps come in on the 11th. I'll give you a food stamp. And so then you could use that to buy more McDonald's. Now you guys got 4 servings of McDonald's out of that.
You want to know something funny?
It's business.
She did it. She don't get her food stamps until the 11th, but she got money for eyelashes. Wow,
Oh yeah,
son.
no. The next video, she got dressed up.
Nah,
That's
it's
what
And
she-
lashes is expensive.
Nah, the
Nails
response
done?
video, it's after the 11th, bro. The food stamps came in.
Oh, okay.
She got her
But wait,
eyebrows
is that a
did.
cut up burger right there?
That's
on the
so
thumbnail?
funny. Bro,
Yo,
that
she
is
gave
so-
them
added
water.
that
She
shit.
gave them water.
Okay, so someone thought of it before I did.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, that's what this. I don't ever want to be talking to nobody about McDonald's for that long. Like, no matter what it
Ever.
is, if it's you bought the McDonald's and I owe you back for it, if like we used your card in the drive-through, it was just us two,
McDonald's,
bro. Like, I don't want to have a McDonald's conversation there. Like, maybe just let me get you back next time or something. I just once you've been talking for more than 2 minutes about McDonald's, you got to start thinking about like, what is your future going to be? Like, I've already wasted 2 minutes of brain power really
On
invested in McDonald's.
Yeah.
But that's why it all comes down to you're broke. You're on food stamps, so you're just upset that he didn't bring them for the rest, which could still be a very casual conversation. Hey, I don't have the food stamps. It's very uncomfortable to have him eating in front of his brothers. You know, I'd really prefer if you're gonna bring it, just bring it for everybody, or just wait till he's at your house. That's a more level-headed conversation because it is a little petty
I
kind of
feel
foul
like
to
it
do
was,
the way he's
they,
doing
they
it.
just broke up. I honestly feel like it was
Yeah.
it was probably very recent. Like, don't get me wrong, I understand her side. Like, to play
No, but
devil's
I think
advocate,
he's been doing that, though.
I understand. Like, like me personally, I was raised a little different. Like, I understand that. If you got 4 other kids, my mom always taught me if you're gonna bring food for people, it's like you should bring it for everyone. You shouldn't just eat. Like, it's awkward just eating alone in the corner and eating your own food. I've seen Tori do it plenty of times.
Yeah.
And he got no
Odd.
shame.
Very odd.
So, but
Only
I was
child.
raised different, you know. So it's like when I saw that, I was just like, all right, I get it. He could have done it, but bro, he doesn't have to. It's not his job anymore.
And when someone is rude, they're showing their own colors. So what most baby mama, or I guess I don't know, if the brain is working right, you're probably like, man, you're really a piece of shit for doing that. Like, that's crazy that you on that. You should be embarrassed. And actually, she could have exposed him and said that, wow, that's really embarrassing. But no, she is trying to get food for the other 3, talking about, hey, bring the rest of the kids food, feed them, they're your kids too.
And that's the crazy part. She's talking
The
about trying
argument
to
doesn't make
expose
sense. You can't force someone to do it, but you can say, yeah, that's pretty shameful that you're doing that. Like, you can't afford 3 more McDonald's. You're broke.
You're not
Well, we don't know
exposing
his
yourself.
But the
pockets
problem
either.
is, no, they're both
Don't
broke.
matter.
They're both broke for sure. Because he's talking about he bringing 1 bag of McDonald's for him. Come on, they're both broke. I mean, if your baby mama's on food stamps and you know it, like, you're probably both broke because neither one of y'all boss each other up.
It's
Come on.
so sad. It's like we don't know what's going on in either their lives.
We do now.
We know now about her. We don't know what the fuck he's going through.
All I
He
know
could be
is-
broke as fuck. He probably got like $5 in his bank account, gave it to his kid, or he got $100,000 in his bank account, gave it to his kid.
All he knows is he's bringing his kid food, and that is a dad.
He's a great father.
All right, let's see your response.
So the whole world is basically bashing me right now.
Wow.
Hair done.
Because I'm the baby mama who was
Nails
upset
done.
at her baby
say
daddy
that.
because he only decided to give his child McDonald's and not the rest of my other 3 kids. I have
Again
4
with the
kids.
McDonald's talk.
You
You
have
knew
4
the
kids.
situation when you dated
Go
me.
feed your 4 kids.
Our child is the youngest child. So keep that in mind before y'all make me the villain. That means all my other kids knew him.
when you expose
He was
someone, then you
buying
gotta
the
do a
McDonald's
response
when we
video?
were together.
Yeah.
My kids have to go through a transition
expose didn't work
of
that well, you
our
know?
breakup as well. Like,
exposed
yeah,
yourself
me and you
for
broke
being
up,
broke.
but my kids gotta feel it too. So now my kids have to see only one of their siblings get McDonald's.
He coulda went to the
and
car.
not the rest of them. And they know it's coming from you because, of course, like me and you used to be together. They used to see you. You used to do it for them. But now you don't want to do that for them anymore. Like, to me, that's
not my
petty.
job.
That's
It's
petty.
definitely
Like,
petty,
it's not
though.
fair. Like, you're not.
Yeah,
gonna
where
give
is the other?
one child McDonald's
baby
and not
daddies?
all the
That is a
other
great
kids
question,
McDonald's?
That's what
I'm not
stumped her.
going.
I
And
see
on
why
top
he
of that,
stopped
you
dating
mean to
her.
Tell me you can dib and dab and want to do it sometimes, but yet you can't feed all my other kids McDonald's though. That's what you
Pretty
mean
much.
to tell me? Like, I'm not going for that. I'm going to stand on what I said, and I don't care what everybody else have to say about it. Y'all could judge me. Oh, well, I could be the villain, but I said what I said. Like, if you can't bring everybody McDonald's, then can't nobody have McDonald's.
She's still
then.
making the same point she made on the
Yeah.
video.
But that's
she
a,
get mad again.
But see,
Bro,
that's
what?
a fair point though. That's a fair point. Like if she said that as a mom, like, yo, don't come around no more. Like, you're not gonna bring for one and not the other. Like, fuck that. Like, it's not cool. Fine, and that could be your stand on. But you're insisting bring some for the rest of them because you genuinely don't have a solution to the food thing. Yeah. So you're after it. It's not like, all right, fuck you. Don't bring none for anyone at all. Later, V. Don't bring nothing for nobody. Just don't come. No, you're adamant about like, no, bring some for everybody. Bring them because I don't get food stamps. So she's really tackling two issues: one, the pettiness, and two, she genuinely can't feed the kids.
And who knows? She probably
Which is
had
sad.
food in the house, but didn't want to make it.
Or treat them to McDonald's.
Exactly,
Yeah.
treat them to McDonald's. There's so many ways that the story could go. Like maybe your ass just didn't want to cook. You didn't want to give your 3 kids the food that looks. The ones that I made versus them getting some McDonald's that
Maybe
they would
she had just
enjoy.
cooked, but she know her food don't taste good. So she was like, you can't bring this
burnt
McDonald's
it.
over here.
She burnt that shit.
I just made this lasagna. Y'all better eat that lasagna. That's exactly
Bruh, RIP to Kevin Samuels, but what would he say in this situation if he was
They're
covering
both
He
him?
would say he
Low va-
fucked up.
He's a low value man. She's a low value woman.
Yeah, he's a low value man for sticking his dick in something like that. To even have that issue. If the baby is the youngest one, she got 3 other kids, and none of the baby daddies is around, and you like, all right, this is cool, but you knew at the end of the day you didn't want to stay there because you was just going to eventually take care of your one kid. Like y'all broke up, the relationship wasn't that strong.
Yeah.
You know, like unless you was so intertwined and so loving with the kids to where it's like, nah, it'd be better if we stayed together because I've known your 3 kids for so long. Versus like, nah, I just met y'all. Oh, we broke up and now it's over. Like, yeah, that's your fault. Like,
maybe he went broke taking care of the other 3 kids when they're together.
all the McDonald's
That's
trips.
why- maybe he was drinking McDonald's before.
Hey, but he
He's
doesn't.
like, I ain't doing this shit
He
no
has a
more.
car though. He has a car.
Doesn't have a
Gas,
whip.
like
You got
they can
gas?
obviously buy McDonald's. They
Got
just
the
didn't want
car
the kids
note?
to see that shit. Cause you know sometimes you'd be like, mommy, I'm hungry.
Nah,
You'd be like,
she
nah, we got
can't.
food at the house.
But she can't for sure. Because if you're at the point where you're telling someone about your food stamp situation, like you really can't like afford it.
Cause I saw a video of people that be scamming the food stamp shits. Like they have money, but they just still apply for food
Yeah,
stamps.
but if you're
Hell
telling
yeah, that's the way
someone
to do it.
feed my kids, I can't get my food stamps don't come till the 11th. You know that. Feed them. You don't have the bread, bro. You
or
down
that's just a
bad.
bullshit argument you want to use just depending on somebody.
Yeah, they're in a different situation, man. Unfortunate,
But,
but
yeah.
it's way funnier than Miles Bridges.
Hey,
Yeah, man,
she's a 10, but that's your baby mama.
She's a 10,
Bro.
but the food stamps don't come till the 11th, and it's the first.
Yeah,
Oh,
she's a
shit.
1, bro.
I
Don't
give her a 1.
Don't ever talk to me about fucking $6.
Bro, seriously.
He sneak dissing. He sneak
Wait,
dissing.
$6?